So what's the difference between type 1, type 1.5, and type 2? Well, there's a couple differences. Type 1 is an autoimmune condition. The immune system attacks the insulin-making cells in the pancreas. So what's happening inside is there's little to no insulin being made. Sugar can't get into the cells and it builds up in the blood. Usually how it shows up is often fast and intense. It can happen at any age, not just kids. And there's a higher risk of diabetic ketoacidosis. The treatment is insulin is required, not optional. For type 1.5 or latent autoimmune diabetes in adults, it's also autoimmune, but it comes on slower. So what's happening inside is the immune system is still attacking the insulin-producing cells, but it happens gradually. It usually shows up in adults. Symptoms come on slowly, usually over months or longer, and it's often misdiagnosed as type 2 because of your age. For treatment, you may not need insulin at first, but will need insulin eventually. For me, I needed insulin quicker. I could tell that it wasn't bringing my blood sugar down when I was using the drugs that they were giving me for type 2, metformin and Lantus, wasn't bringing my blood sugar down. Type 2 diabetes is not autoimmune caused. It's mainly about insulin resistance. So your body is still making insulin, but the cells don't respond very well. Over time, insulin production may decrease, so you'll need to start taking insulin if you don't change your diet and exercise. It usually shows up gradually. For treatment, you can do some lifestyle changes like exercise and eat lower carbs. You can take oral medications like metformin and sometimes you'll need to take insulin like later on. My dad was type 2 and he needed to take insulin. He took Lantus once a day, usually right before he went to bed. But he didn't change the way he was eating, so yeah. So why does this matter? Why does it matter to figure out what type you are? Well, type 1 and type 1.5 will need insulin at some point. Actually, most of the time you'll need insulin. Type 2 may be managed by your exercise and eating differently. So they may look similar on the outside, but on the inside, they're very different stories. And knowing which one it is makes all the difference in how you treat it. Exercise and eating healthy is a good option for everyone anyways. While I was recording this video, a man walked by and we were talking about what I'm recording. He said he had to get a kidney transplant. He explained what medicine he's taking for it and that it is making him become a diabetic. He said what he is doing is exercise and basically cutting out all sugar and high carbs and yeah. So there's different circumstances that would create that. And if you have a lot of autoimmune issues, you're more likely to become diabetic. Also, there's genetic factors. So since my dad was diabetic, I was more likely to become diabetic. Since I'm diabetic and my two sisters and my dad, my kids are more likely to become diabetic or their kids, like it's in the gene. There's a higher possibility of becoming diabetic if you have family, your parents or grandparents or siblings have diabetes, then you're more likely to have diabetes. If this video was helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.